Okay. Okay. I've written Toronto. Yeah. Okay. Nice to meet you guys. Anyone else?
I'll go next. Yeah, I'm Zach. Who's next?
Okay, my name is Anjali and came from India, so this is my first experience, and I'm so nervous.
I'm Colleen Mondell. I've never really done.
So you are going to read it, right? Okay.
I don't mind like if I have to read, but
I think you can read everything.
okay, that works. Good decision.
Me? What?
I don't know. Who wants to read? Okay.
Does anybody want to?
Colleen, did you say you wanted to read?
Want to read?
Did you want to?
I can read.
Okay. I
Okay.
can read if you want me to.
With their camouflage gone, we see the colors for the first time all year and marvel, but they were always there, hidden like vivid scenery between the hot glowing greens of summer. The most spectacular range of fall foliage occurs in the northeastern United States and in China, where they're robustly colored, thanks in part to a rich climate. European maples don't achieve the same flaming reds as their American relatives, which thrive on cold nights and sunny days. In Europe, warm, humid weather turns the leaves brown or mildly yellow. Anthocyanin, the pigment that gives their red and turns leaves red violet, produced by sugars that remain after the supply of nutrients dwindles. Unlike the carrot, which colored carrots, squash, corn, and turn leaves orange and yellow, anthocyanin varies from year to year, depending on the temperature and amount of sunlight. The fiercest colors occur in years when the fall sunlight is strongest and the night is cool and dry. The state of grace chances convection and forecast. This is also why leaves appear dizzyingly bright and clear on a sunny fall day. The anthracite flashes. The anthracite flashes like a not all leaves turn colors. Elms,
So which button? Oh, I can't hear you.
do
Oh,
I keep reading?
Michael, you mute yourself.
I think it's better.
Not all leaves are the same colors. Elms, weeping willows, and the ancient ginkgo all grow radiant yellow, along with hickories, aspens, bottlebrush, buckeyes, cottonweeds, and tall keening poplars. Basswoods, bronze, birches, bright gold. Water-loving maples put on a symphonic display of scarlet. Sumacs turn red too, as do flowering dogwoods, black gums, sweet gums. Though some oaks yellow, most turn a pinkish brown. The farmlands also change color as tepes of cornstalks and bales of shredded wheat stand drying in the fields. In some spots, the slope of the hill may be green, other already colored, because the hills are facing south to the north and heat from the north. An odd feature of colors is that during the season, we are predisposed to respond to their beauty, of course. They shimmer with the of sunset, spring flowers, the tawny buff of a pretty rump, the shuddering pink of a animals are color for a reason, adaptation to environment. There is no adaptive reason for leaves to color in the fall any more than there is for the skies or oceans to blue. It's just one of the haphazard marvels in the planet styles every year. We see the sizzling colors growing and sweep us. Colors like living things, they signal death, and though leaves lose their green life, they bloom with rich colors as the woods grow mummified day by day and the nature becomes more carnage. Someone else know that
We call this in Old English.
I don't know.
Okay, the fall, which is the time to the Indo-European.
yes. So actually, I can't clear what you guys are talking. I can't clear what you guys are talking. Oh, okay. It's the mute button.
Okay, we're good. Okay. Which also means the fall. So the word and the idea are both extremely ancient and haven't really changed since the first of our kind needed a name for fall's leafy abundance. If we say the word, we're reminded of that other fall in the Garden of Eden. We flow from our eyes. Fall is the time when the trees surface, spring is when flowers spring up. Summer is when we sing, and winter is when we whine from the cold. Children love to play in piles of leaves, hurling them into the air like confetti, leaping into soft, unruly mattresses of them. For children, leaf falls is just one of the odder figments of nature, like hailstones or snowflakes. Walk down a lane overhung with trees in the never, never land of autumn, and you will forget about time and death, lost in a sheer, delicious spill of color. Adam and Eve concealed their nakedness with leaves. Remember, leaves have always hidden our awkward secrets. But how do the colored leaves fall? As a leaf ages, the growth hormone auxin fades in cells at the base of the petiole divide. 2 or 3 rows of small cells, lying at right angles to the axis of the petiole, react with water, then come apart, leaving the petioles hanging on by only a few threads of xylem. A light breeze, and the leaves are airborne. They glide and swoop, rocking in invisible cradles. They are all wing and may flutter from yard to yard on small whirlwinds or updrafts, swiveling as they go. Firmly tethered to earth, we love to see things rise up and fly. Soap bubbles, balloons, birds, fall leaves. They remind us that the end of a season is capricious, as is the end of life. We especially like the way leaves rock, careen, and swoop as they fall. Everyone knows the motion. Pilots sometimes do a maneuver called a falling leaf, in which the plane loses altitude quickly and on purpose, by slipping first to the right, then to the left. The machine weighs a ton or more, but in one pilot's mind it is a weightless thing, a falling leaf. She has seen the motion before, in the Vermont woods where she played as a child. Below her the trees radiate gold, copper, and red. Leaves are falling, although she can't see them fall as she falls, swooping down for a closer view. At last the leaves leave, but first they turn color and thrill us for weeks on end. Then they crunch and crackle underfoot. They shush as children drag their small feet through leaves heaped along the curb. Dark, slimy mats of leaves cling to one's heels after a rain. A damp, stucco-like mortar of semi-decayed leaves protects the tender shoots with the roof until spring and makes a rich humus. Humus? Okay. An occasional bulge or ripple in the leafy mound signals a shrew or a field mouse tunneling out of sight. Sometimes one finds in fossil stones the imprint of a leaf, long since disintegrated, whose outlines remind us how detailed, vibrant, and alive are the things of this earth that perish. Okay. You.
So, I have a notepad on the screen. It's recording it. It has a question.
The questions up. Like the king on canvas. Okay. What is the thesis of the essay?
The thesis.
I Okay, I think she's trying to describe, trying to make a relation between human being and the life cycle of the trees and leaves.
Yes, I agree.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. What are some of the most prevalent? What in the text amplifies the theme? Okay. Like the
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it also says colors like living things. They signal death and disintegration.
Yes.
Okay.
And I also think the fall colors are the sign of death, and how that eventually leads to a new life at the end.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I think it's also to it also like beautifies all of nature, and because it describes it so like describes everything about nature and so much into detail that it's supposed to be like making it look beautiful.
Okay.
This one.
Right. The essay is for what type of audience? I mean,
Well, it's also kind of educational in a way. It tells how the leaves change colors, so it's probably geared towards students a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, geared to students.
young people maybe. Okay.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely students.
That's his students.
Yeah, I think it's for students. Uh-huh.
Okay. What imagery does the author use to keep the essay interesting? Okay, well, she basically describes like how the leaves are changing.
Yes, and the colors of leaves are
Yeah.
changing in the fall. And also she explains in China and the Northern America. She also describes about that too.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. What technique does the author use to help a general reader audience relate to the essay? I feel like we're just explaining it, kind of. Like, it can send up both of the questions. I know. I mean, it works.
Um, she talks about like all the different seasons a lot, so you know like what time certain things are going on.
She
Even you said when you related to you go to Georgia just to see the leaves at a certain time. Yeah.
He referenced like how children like love to play in the leaves, which you can all relate to, I guess, if you grew up doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sure. Okay, I guess. No. Okay, I'll just go on to the next question because I think we're good with that one. What kind of descriptive language stands out? Okay.
She was describing
Yeah.
I also like the sentence in the paragraph 7, the last sentence. Fall is the time when leaves falls from the trees. She describes this very simple way how one climate change is going to another climate, like fall to winter, summer, like that. So I like how she describes over there.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I read.
Mhm. I also see very hard words too.
Hard. Um,
Okay, so the next question.
okay, you said like in the first week there will be weeks of gushing colors so bright, so pastel, so confetti like. I mean that's very descriptive of them. Okay. Next question. What's the most vivid image one might take away from the essay? How do we color? The leaves changing color.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I mean, like a very, very last sentence. Is that what we're talking about? I think that was the imprint of a leaf in the fossils. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. That like summarizes the whole thing almost. Hmm.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Question.
Okay. I think this is the last question. Why was the essay included in the course?
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe they have to I don't know. Maybe to show the humanity, the relation between humanity and the trees and with the nature. Maybe I think so.
because it's fall time right now. Maybe.
Yeah.
Love fall time. I guess just because like you can, like it's a story that has a deeper meaning to it, which gives the opportunity to be able to analyze it It's not like the general story. Like there's definitely a deeper meaning than just this story.
Yeah. It helps you look at like life different. And it's
Yeah.
a very calming story, but it has a lot of meaning to it as well.
Yeah.
It just helps us think more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I just read this topic, I thought she's going to talk about the scientific, only the side of a science.
Mhm.
So when I read this, it's actually related to humans too. Yeah.
I think that's what makes the story more interesting too. Like, 'cause if it was just about like the scientific part of the shade color, I would have just been like,
Uh-huh.
now listen to what else I have to say.
Yep.
Uh, like try to like go back to a question and like try more on it. Like, is there any other imagery that she uses? Like, yeah, that's what it says. So we're good.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait.
In paragraph 4, he used really descriptive words to describe how the leaves fall in the different areas.
Uh-huh. Yeah, in Europe and China.
Yeah, like robustly colored and flaming red.
Me too.
And I also saw that leaves is a unique. She said something like that. I think it's related. She's trying to tell like all humans are unique and different.
Not all leaves turn the same colors in paragraph 5. The ancient ginkgo all grow radiant yellow along with the hickories, aspens, bottlebrush, buckeyes, cotton, tall, green poplars. It just goes on to say all these different trees have different
Yeah.
colored leaves.
And also in paragraph 6, he compared the leaves, the colors of to the sunset, spring flowers.
Uh-huh.
And in that paragraph, yeah, you can go, yeah. I was just gonna say it says in that paragraph it just relates all these different colors to that was beautiful for the no, never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. You go.
Mhm.
But the way that it was like science, humanity, but it's, did I get you?
Huh? Oh no. I'll just say.